is it? Steven here, back with another live video. How are you all doing today, you beautiful, beautiful people? There's so many people already. Look at this. Look at all you friendly faces already popping around in the chat. To everyone who was here early, the early squad, according to Manish. Hello to Manti, Fan TV, to Lagan, Cow, to Mark Harris, to Monamela, to everyone else joining in, to Christopher, and everyone else. And Isaac saying he has 3 fingers. Good for you, Isaac. I mean, you have as many fingers as you want to. Hello to everyone else as well. It's 2:45 a.m. in Singapore, Manish. Yeah, that is some shift that you're doing there. Also, it's the second outing as well for this new live template. I hope it looks good. It looks pretty sharp to me, even being honest. I spent ages on it, and this webcam should look a lot of damn sight sharp as well, so you can see all the little kind of the markings on my face. Is really a lot better, basically. It should look an awful lot better, and everything else. I've got an actual camera being used as opposed to just a webcam now, so it should look fantastic, hopefully. It's good to see everyone. It's good to see everyone. There's loads to talk about today, as you can see by the little handy scroller there. There's just a shit ton of news, so we're going to talk about through that one by one and go through all these news stories. Of course, you've got to be cautious when you hear all these kind of news stories, but there's plenty to talk about today, so we're going to talk about all this kind of stuff at the bottom. And we'll probably start initially. I got my notes up there on another screen to check as well, so I just I've got so many things going on at the moment. It's very impressive, if I don't say so myself. I'll show you my little setup. For me, it's impressive anyway. I know I'm not impressive in general, but like, there you go. So I've got like a new camera there. Okay, can you see that? And then I got my monitor behind it, and then you're all there. And yeah, I'll shut up anyway. So basically, the first bit of news story today. Also, I'm good. Thank you for asking, Kamank. Hello to everyone joining in as well. So the first news story today is, according to reports, Man City want one of Erling Haaland or Lautaro Martinez as their Sergio Aguero replacement, which would be absolutely wonderful. Either of those, I mean, one's better than the other, but either of those are pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Yes, people aren't quite as excited by the idea as Martinez. I kind of understand it to an extent, but I've got absolutely no doubt that he would go up another level if he came to Manchester City. Now, according to Sport over in Spain, Guardiola has his sights set on Dortmund's Haaland to become Aguero's successor. And apparently, according to Sport, it'd be very difficult for Madrid to compete with City for Haaland in 2021. I'm not sure if I fully kind of agree with that, if I'm being honest. I think Real Madrid will always find the money if they want to play like that. And if I'm being honest, I don't really have much faith in the idea of Haaland coming to Manchester City Football Club. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But it just feels like the kind of signing that we don't end up getting personally. I really do want to be wrong on this, by the way. It's just one of those gut instinct things, because City don't tend to sign like potential Galacticos like that. And Haaland would be it's like an Mbappe level signing, and that's not usually the kind of ones we make. I mean, it'd be wonderful, but for some reason I've got a sneaky feeling that he'll end up at Bayern as Lewandowski's replacement, or at Barcelona or Real Madrid, or even bloody Liverpool ahead of us or something like that. But you know, it's not unlikely. It's not unlikely. There are reports that apparently City have Haaland as their second choice striker behind Martinez. I mean, he's obviously not going to be second choice. He's obviously first choice if you can get him. But there's also then the big problem as well of the Mino Raiola link. Obviously, a man who called Guardiola a dog. Literally called him a dog. I mean, it doesn't look good, does it? For relationships, for a potential transfer, if you've got this man who Guardiola clearly hates as his agent. I mean, it doesn't look very good at all. I mean, other than that as well, in terms of Martinez, by the way, I know he hasn't got the most kind of killer goal scorer record, but he has scored 5 in 10 this season. He scored like 21 goals last season, and he is only 23 years old. Martinez is very Aguero-like. I got no doubt as well that he would score more goals if he did come to Manchester City Football Club. As much as we can look at a guy's goal score record and go, oh, well, he's not as good as he should be, you've got to bear in mind as well that players just score more goals at Manchester City, you know. Leroy Sané scored more goals at City. So far, Ferran Torres has 4 goals. The most he's ever scored in a season is 6. And we're barely a quarter of the way through the season. So basically, you've got to bear in mind that Martinez would get a lot more chances. And he's undoubtedly scored an awful lot more goals if he played for Manchester City Football Club. Yusuf there, he's very, very excited by the idea of Patson Daka. He is one apparently on City's radar, allegedly, but we'll see on that one. But I would take, to be honest, I would probably take any 3. I mean, for me, the ranking it goes It's Haaland and then one of Martinez or Patson Daka. I mean, I'll be honest, Patson Daka I didn't really know much of until recently, but he looks really good. So I'd be very excited by him. Robert Robinson would take Martinez, and I would kind of agree. No Yes reckons Jesus. Jesus has to be Aguero's replacement. Well, of course, but no Yes. But, we can't have one striker, can we? We have to have two. And you could argue that could be Delap, but I mean, I can't see City going into next season, the season after that, trusting Gabriel Jesus and a kid. We're going to have to get another senior striker. So I can't really see. I mean, it's not about Jesus. This is about Aguero. Jesus is going to be there regardless. This is about another striker, basically. It's not about Jesus. It's about we need two strikers. It's just as simple as that, unfortunately. So none of this is a slight, of course, on Jesus. Don't forget, by the way, please do hit the subscribe button and the like button and all that kind of stuff. And go and follow all the social channels. Scrolling across the bottom if you don't mind. Where we are, we're at 40 likes and 233 people are watching, which means either 190 of you don't like this video, don't like me, or you've just been lazy so far. I'm going to say you probably just don't like me. Oh, shite. Now, just please do hit the like button. It really helps the channel and all that kind of stuff. CPG reckons Daka would be a perfect backup. I mean, I do like this guy. Daka kind of reminds me of the kind of player that Dortmund will get after Haaland goes, and then he'll be worth 100 million. Lots of people saying he's very much like the next Mane and that kind of thing. I mean, that would be very good. Oh, we've got a new member. Welcome to the club, man. I'm going to jump over to the membership wall of fame. There he is, Alistair de Souza, with easily, possibly the coolest addition in terms of name of my membership wall. Alistair, I'll get you right on that wall right about now. You're going to have to squeeze up there, lads. There's not enough space for everyone here. I'll make space for you, Alistair. Let's get Alistair on the wall of fame. It'd be wonderful to see him on there. Nicola's on there. I'm going to put just... I'm not going to review. I'm going to shorten your name just to Nicola B for now, if that's all right. Just so I can fit. You just Nicola for now, all right? Nicola Mack. Alistair, I'll get you on the wall of fame anyway. Hang on. I'm going to have to make your name a tiny bit short for now, mate. That's all right. There we go. Alistair, you're about to be on the wall of fame. Thank you so much as well for supporting the channel. All these members and all that kind of stuff. These keep the channel going, so thank you so much. Alistair, you should be on there now. You should be scrolling. There you are. You're right there, Alistair. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. And to everyone else involved. And don't forget as well, I try and read all members and super chats out. Obviously, I try and read every comment out, but, they have to take priority. It's nothing personal. But yeah, guys, Haaland and Lautaro, let me know who you reckon Manchester City should get. I mean, I just don't think we're going to get Haaland. Martinez, I'd be fine with it. He's a good player. He's a very good player. Lagan Cow saying Martinez is more of an Aguero replacement. Haaland is the perfect striker, and Daka is the Zambian wonder kid. I mean, yeah, that pretty much sums it up, really. Haaland is the perfect striker. I mean, an Aguero replacement would be wonderful, of course, as well. I mean, can it happen? Can we actually manage that? It'd be nice, wouldn't it? But it would be wonderful. Mark Harris saying, surely we must give the lap and run of games before January, then decide on making a big signing in the window. Yeah, to be honest, they've got a big hope for the lad. But you've got to bear in mind the kid is only 17 years old. He's very, very, very young. So I think City have got an awful lot of faith in him. We have to be very, very patient. I mean, we'll get there in time with the lad. But yeah, well, I mean, we probably do need to play him, but we'll see, I guess. Love your stream, great content. Thank you so much, Man City stand. Aguero actually leaving. Well, the news about Aguero today, apparently, City and Aguero, the renewal is on standby at the moment, but it is likely that he's going to extend. Now, this is quite concerning actually, according to Jose Alvarez, the reason this is concerning is that Jose Alvarez clearly is like a good pal with Sergio Aguero. He's the reason all the team leaks were happening constantly because Alvarez just knows Aguero. And Alvarez said today on TV that he would be willing, Aguero, to play for Barcelona next season and play alongside his Messi, Messi. Apparently, from January, Aguero can start negotiating with a move to Barca if he wants to for free next season, which sounds crazy. Surely not, I mean, that would be hell, wouldn't it? If Guardiola and imagine Guardiola and Aguero leaving and Messi just staying there at Barca, that would be absolutely terrible. I think Aguero will stay for what it's worth. I do have concerns. I've said a few times in this channel that Aguero hasn't got the long-term connection potentially, long-term fitness to be what we can rely on for the next couple of seasons. I do hope I'm wrong, basically. I do hope I'm wrong on that front, but I've got a feeling Aguero could struggle to get back to his very, very best. I could be wrong, though, but those reports are really, really interesting to say the least, just because of who it's come from. If it was anyone else, I'd kind of laugh it off, but Jose Alvarez genuinely is very well connected with Aguero. He's like good pals with him. So that is kind of slightly worrying news there. Though I'm sure, to be honest, if City didn't want Aguero, he'd have to go somewhere. I'm sure it's a case of that where he's like, well, if they don't want me, I'll go to Barca. But if they do, City do want me, I will stay. Who needed? So everyone's saying I need to ban someone. Wow, what's he doing? He's just saying Liverpool, you never walk alone. He's not really doing anything bad, I don't think. I mean, good on if he wants to. Oh, Pep win things, but his mum will never. Oh wow, okay, that's awful. You're a terrible person, and shame on you, to be honest, man. Why would you fucking say that? It's just not funny. Like, I hope that doesn't happen to anyone you love or care about. Not funny. One rule in life: just don't be a dickhead. Like, I don't get what you get about making jokes about someone's mum dying. You know. Wouldn't be funny if it happened with your parents, would it? So don't be horrible. It's not funny. You're gone anyway, so you're gone in a bit. Should we get Zakari when we have someone at his level in Yangel Herrera? Ferrer, I mean, I don't know if Yangel Herrera is that level, if I'm being honest, Ferrer, but there are some rumours going around that City are big on Zakari, actually, and apparently City would like to take him from Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he would actually like to leave allegedly, but obviously he's got a really serious injury at the moment, and we're not really sure if he's going to get back to his level, and apparently any transfer move does hinge on him proving his fitness. So we'll have to see, really. But Zakaria, I guess he seems like a really good, likeable player. Yangel Herrera is pretty good, but I'm not sure City convinced he's at quite at the level yet. But I guess we'll have to see. There's another super chat. Thank you so much. Over to the super chat, and it's from Griffin Malkin. Griffin said, thank you so much, Griffin. Big love to Griffin. Griffin said, the latest 888 sport video had me fuming a bit. And what did you make of the nature news? How good do you think he could be? Loving the content. Yeah, mate. I was battling aggressively in that video for Guardiola. I mean, the video went on for 20 minutes, and it was me against who was against? I forgot. Flex, Rory, and Expressions, and it was so difficult. But I wasn't going to back down. I'm sorry. It was a few times. I've not watched the full thing actually, but there's a few times where I said a couple of things where the other went, yeah, as if you got a point there. And I'm not having that. I'm not having the slander against. Slander against Guardiola is absolutely nonsense. I'm not having it, lads. But yeah, it was very frustrating. In terms of Nemecha, he's very good, Nemecha, so we'll have to see. But if I was Nemecha, I'd be a little bit kind of cautious about that news. I mean, just because, you know, City could say all this kind of stuff and they could basically just move him on again. But you got to bear in mind with Nemecha, like Harry Kane had loads of indifferent loans before he made it at Spurs. Now, I'm not saying he's going to reach those levels, but Harry Kane genuinely did kind of potter around on loans until he's 21, 22 before he got his break at Spurs. Now, I'm not saying he's going to do that, but finally, Nemecha is starting to score goals, and it can take young strikers a bit of time to get the confidence at this level. So maybe, Griffin, maybe it's a case of that. Maybe it's a case of that. He's just needed a little bit of time in some games, and Anderlecht could be the platform for him, and he's scoring goals now, so we'll see. I've got a feeling he'll leave, though. I've got a feeling he'll leave, personally. I mean, if we can get him to sign a contract and go out and learn for 1 year with a guaranteed exit somewhere, then maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But thank you for the super chat, Griffin. Big love to you. And also, of course, to Mrs. De Souza, who's become my latest member. Big love to everyone involved. But there's so much stuff going on today. So much stuff going on today. Absolutely loads. Stephen from Adwitia Jar said, Stephen, would you rather have Pep with a 1 year extension and let him rebuild again, but he leaves for sure after that, or would you let Nagelsmann come in and build his squad according to him? Oh, that's a tough one, mate. I mean, to be honest, I would rather Pep for a year, but then hopefully try and convince him to stay. I mean, it's one of those situations where it's hard to imagine because I don't think Guardiola would go anyway after that short period of time, if you know what I mean. But hypothetically, okay, I mean, if it's 1 year guaranteed, then he goes. Yeah, I would rather start to plan for the future and get Nagelsmann in, if we're being honest. But, you know, the idea for me is whatever we can do to get to Guardiola to stay, I want to see that happen perfectly, personally. Haaland to Barca, possibly, yeah. I mean, Haaland, I've got a feeling there's so many clubs that he'd rather go to than us for some reason. I don't know why, it's just a gut instinct. It sounds negative, but it's a gut instinct. John T. Greenland said, I really think the other people in the 80s sport videos only care what they say, and what they say is always right. Stephen is probably the most open-minded person there, despite being right 9 out of 10. Well, I think you're biased, John T, but I try and be reasonable and rational at all times. But it's good fun, you know. It's all a bit of football at the end of the day. And to be honest, all that matters is everyone's pretty lovely. Did you see your name on screen then, Nicola? What? Oh my God, what's Nicola saying? It's the Bake Off semi-final. It is. It is. It is indeed. It's the Bake Off semi-final tonight, by the way. So it's big news. It's big news. Nick is very excited by it. What time is it at? 8 o'clock. We've got an hour to the Bake Off semi-final, but I don't know what we were saying before that. Nicola distracted me big time. I think we should sign a proper goal-scoring striker, says Rishit. Goals are a rarity for City these days, sadly. I mean, I think that will change when we get Aguero and Gabriel Jesus playing regularly, of course. And Craig will put you in a timeout because the drug question's constantly weird, Craig, so stop it. Stop spamming. If everyone keeps spamming, it's very annoying. And Alistair de Souza, been a fan since the Blooming Rising days. Much love, Stephen. Much love to you, Alistair. Big up, Alistair. You got, honestly, a cool name. Alistair, like a proper Scottish name, than de Souza, like you're some Mexican. Alistair de Souza. It's wonderful, the mixture of cultures. And please tell me it's your real name. I want it to be. How much do you think Grealish is worth, says Chris Wright. How much? And also high, and how much would we be willing to pay? I mean, Grealish at the moment, I mean, Villa would want like 100 million, wouldn't they? I would like him, but I can't see City doing it, and I can't see... I mean, he would try and make it happen, Grealish. He'd try and push for it. But I can't see City spending that kind of money. For what it's worth, I like him a lot. He seems fun. You know, he's obviously absolutely in awe of Kevin De Bruyne. So Grealish coming to Manchester City would be wonderful. But I can't see it. Who's spamming? Stop spamming, everyone. I'm not seeing loads of spamming personally. I mean, I'm not sure I'm seeing it. Naz doesn't want Daka. He said he needs someone big to replace Kun. We can't buy someone who's not proven like Daka. Daka could be more of a backup to someone like Lautaro or Haaland. Fair enough, mate. I totally understand that. City's modus operandi for years has always been about signing players who are about to be the next kind of breakout star. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind getting someone like Daka if he's only going to be 20 million or something like that. It just seems quite exciting, doesn't it? But I totally understand those reasoning. I do think we need a surefire bet. I'm going to put people in spamming who are... you know, who were just being very, very annoying. Stephen, where would Grealish fit? Well, Manamela, I mean, to be honest, Grealish likes to play out wide. I mean, maybe he could maybe he could learn to play as one of the false eights or as alongside De Bruyne or someone like that. But it is an interesting question because we don't necessarily have a space for him. He is a winger in general. So I don't really know. But that's, I mean, largely, I don't kind of tend to worry about these things. I just kind of think get good players and let them work out where to go on the pitch, you know. I mean, I'm sure we'll find somewhere for him. Either way, I would very much like him in the squad, so we'll see. Everyone is asking about Torres on the left wing. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Torres get a chance there. Sterling over on the right for me, or maybe Morris on the right, of course, who knows. But Torres deserves some game time in his natural position. But yeah, Torres... Angle, was it Angel? It's Angel. Angel, I've seen your question, Angel, pal. But yeah, Torres, I mean... Sterling is inconsistent at the moment, but I must admit, though, that most managers would carry on playing Sterling. I mean, it's frustrating for us as fans, but we've got to be a bit patient with Sterling and remember that he's done an awful lot of good for us. An awful lot of good. And he also, his work rate and his understanding of the system, I can understand why Guardiola and other managers, before it's work, by the way, I think any manager would carry on playing Sterling too, not just Guardiola. But yeah. If Torres started the next game on the left, I would not complain, put it that way, because Sterling hasn't been in great form. Also, by the way, there's a little bit of news about Nathan Ake. Ake, apparently, is probably not that big a deal, his injury. This is from Matt Law at The Telegraph, and the City aren't too concerned. Apparently, it's a bit of a twinge. It might be a couple of weeks at most, which is kind of good news, because we don't want him out for a long time. So that would be absolutely wonderful. And also, Javier Tebas, or Javier Tebag, has been moaning yet again about Manchester City. He said, the only Premier League club that talks about signing Messi is Man City, and since they compete outside rules, that's litigious, Mr. Tebas. He said they can access a player breaching UEFA's rules. It's not only me complaining, Klopp and Mourinho have also complained. I've criticised what Man City do so many times. Doing it one more time makes no difference. They're not affected by COVID, pandemics or anything because they're financed differently, and it's possible to fight against that. Tebas, shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, he's such a salty little bitch, isn't he? But anyway, Tebas is constantly complaining. City apparently have opted not to respond to the comments, though they are apparently wrestling with the impact of the COVID, hence why we only spent 30 million net in this window. But Tebas is just a little bitch, you know. He really is. He genuinely moans and moans and moans, and I've got no time for people like that. He's also a crook. So, you know, you can't get his moral high horse. He's literally a crook. What left back do you think we should sign? Do you know what, Rocking Cord? I haven't got a clue, pal. I'm not even going to pretend to know because I don't think there's that many great left backs around. Maybe we'll get someone like Tagliafico. But we'll see. I mean, it could be... I want to just try and sneak in for Ryan Aït-Nouri, you know, the guy who's on loan at Wolves, if it goes well. I know they've got like an option to buy, but doesn't mean we couldn't get him as well from then Wolves. But Mendy should be sold according to Game On. I mean, it's probably likely anyway, so I'm not really sure that's a controversial opinion. Yeah, he needs to adapt, and he's not adapted, and he's been injured, and he just can't rely on him, so we'll see, I guess. I mean, it's very hard to sell Mendy, that's the only thing. Who's going to buy Mendy? With his wages and the transfer fees and the injuries, it's not going to be easy. JOW, love the City kit. Where did you get it? This kit, man, it's a replica. I can't remember what it was called. It's one of those sites that appears every now and then. It does like replica shirts and then disappears because it's probably a little bit dodgy. I can't remember. It was about 2 years ago, and it was a site called like Jersey Manchester or something like that. But it seems to have disappeared. It disappears all the time, but it was on there. I got it, and that site's gone, so I can't find it again, unfortunately. Apologies. But every now and then you see that site appear. It's called like Jersey MCR or something like that. But it's a bit of a dodgy site, so I think they get taken down every now and then for selling replica shirts when they haven't got the license. But it is what it is. Not my problem. I definitely didn't buy this. It was a gift. I bought it. I don't care. Do you think Jesus will spend his entire career as a second choice striker? Himanak, no, I don't think that. So necessarily think he's got a big chance to prove himself as the number one. And to be honest, that's how it is in a squad like this. You have to prove yourself as the number one. I think he can do that. He can do that. He's quality, Gabriel Jesus. He just needs to find that form in front of goal. And to be honest, his last 2 goals have been wonderful. The goal against Olympiacos in the roof of the net, and then his goal against Liverpool. And I think he meant that. Absolutely wonderful skill. So I don't see any reason why not. Don't forget, by the way, please do hit the subscribe button, and please do also make sure to follow the socials and give this video a like. It'd be massively appreciated. I saw the goal by Mahrez, by the way. Absolutely quality goal. I don't think it means you should start versus Spurs, personally. I mean, as good as it was, it was Zimbabwe. But it's a quality goal, and you wish you saw more of that. But obviously, it's just tougher to do that in the Premier League because of, people are kind of used to him now. But it's a quality goal. Alaba, everyone keeps saying. Alaba, yeah, but we're not going to sign Alaba. I guarantee you we're not going to sign Alaba. So I think we should probably just be realistic on that one. I think we should be realistic. He doesn't welcome to City. I think you can tell he doesn't welcome to City. There was loads of rumours in the summer that apparently his agent and him weren't really interested in the idea of moving to England. So I can't really see that one, unfortunately, guys. I think he'll go to Real Madrid, or he'll go to Real Madrid or something like that. I just can't see it. I mean, it might happen, but maybe he'll go to PSG, get loads of money or something. But it just doesn't feel like he wants to go to Manchester. And to be honest, don't really blame him. It's miserable here at the moment. Reece Brown, if Jesus had a good season, do you think we potentially not need a striker? Well, no, Reece, we do need another striker, of course, because Aguero's not getting any younger. I know what you're getting at, but I still think we need a striker because, we just need 2 high-quality strikers. And if Aguero's getting a bit older, we need a replacement for Aguero. So, personally, I think we need a striker. 100%. No faffing about. It's a striker. It's important. Get those goals guaranteed. What's Oscar going on about? Sterling out. I'm tired. Oscar, no ranting, pal. It's very, very, very annoying if people keep ranting. Spurs preview video. That'll be when there's news. I mean, that'll be Friday, I guess. The Spurs preview video, because obviously there's no press conference or anything like that. But the preview is always the day before the game when Guardiola's spoke about the match, basically, and we know the injuries and all that kind of stuff. Everyone is tired of Sterling. That's not necessarily true, great Oscar. Speak for yourself, pal. I'm not tired of him. I think he's having bad form at the moment, but I'm definitely not tired of him because he's been pivotal in our 2 wins under Guardiola. So I'm not tired of him personally. Speak for yourself. We need a further replacement as well. Rishi agreed that could be Zakaria, maybe. The news about Ake Greg is apparently City don't think the Ake injury is that serious, which is obviously very, very good news. I mean, they reckon it's only a twinge in a couple of weeks at most, not a serious hamstring injury. That's come from Matt Law at the Telegraph reporting that, and I very much would take that because we need Ake back. I mean, just our luck, isn't it, that as soon as we sign him, he's injured an awful lot. But yeah, apparently it's not serious, so that's good news indeed. Giorgio Nikolashvili, I hope I pronounced that Nikolashvili, Georgi Nikolashvili. He said, is it true that Aguero wants to move to Barcelona, and what about Pep's contract? Well, the thing is about, as I mentioned this about 10 minutes ago in the video, but we'll talk about it now again as well. The reason I'm a little bit cautious about the news, I'm not fully dismissing it, is because who it's come from. It's come from Jose Alvarez. He's quite notably like a mate with Aguero. He clearly knows Aguero. He's always leaking the team news and all that kind of stuff. So there could be something in this, There could be something in it, which is bad. And it could be, though, that maybe he's just keeping his options open and City don't give him the contract he wants. Maybe, stay this hair, by the way, so floppy today. That maybe that's where he'll go for next season. But I reckon he'll stay. I think he'll stay, but I mean, it just depends where we're at the end of the season. And with Guardiola, the rumours were with Guardiola that City are taking an open, an open-minded approach to this. And Guardiola, if he does stay, it'll only be for 1 year extra and then on a rolling contract basis. I don't really like that, if I'm being honest. I don't like the lack of commitment because obviously it's bad for long-term planning and all this kind of stuff. But it is what it is, and that's where we're at. I do think he'll stay for what it's worth, but I want him to commit to 2 years, but it looks like he won't do that. Zaid, Gamildian, Auer or Grealish? For me, it's always Husam Auer. As much as I like Jack Grealish, we've got someone like Phil Foden. He's very similar kind of stylistically. Husam Auer for me is that kind of composed dictator that we need. Not an actual dictator. He's not going to run countries and shit. But no, he's like more David Silva-esque, and Grealish is more De Bruyne. I think we need some more David Silva, and also he puts his foot on his. Husam Auer to me is my favourite midfielder in Europe at the moment that City could potentially sign and improve on midfield. I just rate him that highly. I love Husam Auer and I would take him big time. For what it's like, I rate both of them, but for me, he would definitely be the one. There's plenty of ones, lots of ones, but he's the one. Ziyech better than De Bruyne. What are you on about, pal? Don't be silly. David saying, holy shit, City have fans. Don't be silly, man. Don't be silly. Of course we do, And I'm probably older than you, pal. Right, everyone stop arguing. Angel and Oscar, you're both meaning well, but stop arguing. I feel like a dad telling people off in the comments. Grealish supports United anyway, lads. Does he? Does he really? I mean, he supports Kevin De Bruyne. That's all I know, so who really cares anyway? Naz agrees with me. Always absolutely sensational. I completely agree with you. Yeah, he's phenomenal. CG, Calvert-Lewin or Richarlison? I mean, probably Calvert-Lewin, I reckon. Just a proper goal scorer, Richarlison, I don't think we need that kind of player personally, but for me, it would be Calvert-Lewin, just someone up top who can. I mean, I don't really necessarily want Calvert-Lewin or Richarlison, if I'm being totally honest with you. They're not players I want, but if you have to choose one of them, Calvert-Lewin for me is. Although he hasn't really proved himself long term yet, so we'll have to see. But Calvert-Lewin, yeah, why not? He's big and he's a good player. He scores goals and he's in a hot kind of moment at the moment. So hot moment at the moment. I've done good English there for you. Sporting club doesn't mean much at that level. No, it doesn't indeed. I mean, everyone has a club sport at some point as a child, but I wouldn't really think about it too much. Foden replaced David Silva easily. Do you agree, Mark? I mean, he's a very different kind of player to David Silva. People like David Silva are very hard to come by because they're all. David Silva has that composure that is so hard to replace because he's all about the way he slows the game down massively. Foden's more De Bruyne-esque. He's a little bit of kind of De Bruyne, a bit of Bernardo, and a bit of David Silva. But Foden needs to learn, which hopefully will get in time, how to really kind of float between the lines and kind of control the tempo of the game. It's dead hard, that, by the way. It's dead hard. It comes natural to certain players. But he's got the ability to be as good in terms of overall ability, but stylistically the same. Time will tell, but Foden is obviously phenomenal. One of the best young players in world football. Oscar, yeah, I agree, pal. I mean, yeah, Diaz and Laporte are a duo for the next decade. 100% the quality. Bears Gamer, looking forward to the FIFA and Football Manager content. Thanks, mate. I will be doing loads of Twitch stuff eventually, so go and follow at twitch.tv/Esteemed Company. I'm currently making a little intro for the FIFA series, and I'm going to dive into Football Manager probably tomorrow, actually. I'll probably get into Football Manager tomorrow. I want to highlight this comment from Mark here, just because he called me a king. I'm a king. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. I know it's just flattery's got you on the little comment box there, but flattery works for me. What can I say? I like it. Thank you so much, and also thank you once again to all the members there. I'm going to highlight a few more comments in here for now as well. Cole, just seen the new graphics, class. Thank you so much, Cole. I've really tried on these. I think it looks miles better. I've genuinely really tried, and I'm very happy with it. I think the camera looks well better. I think the graphics look well better. But Cole, thank you so much. Cole is a member, so hence why he's got a nice fancy colour on his name there. Cole, big love to Cole and everyone else involved. What else is going on? We should get Haaland, Sancho, and Reina from Dortmund and give them Zinchenko and Mars and money. I mean, that would be wonderful. Mo the kid. Ain't gonna happen, but I would very much take that. I would take that in a heartbeat. I mean, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Absolutely lovely. But Latil below you disagrees, saying Sancho, we don't need him. There we go. Ashai Kulkarni saying, wouldn't Daka be better? I mean, obviously Daka's got a lot to prove because he's playing at a vastly lower level at the moment. Salzburg, obviously he's not even playing at, they're it's a second or third rate league, if we're being honest, in European football. Salzburg got a bad team, but it's not a good league, if we're being honest. So maybe, but it's a risk, which I think is a fair comment in general. Don't forget, by the way, please do hit the like button and subscribe button and all those usual things that I say on these kind of videos. It does mean an awful lot. I'm going to do a few more questions. We're at the half an hour mark, and I'm going to try and do a live video, by the way, every single day. Oh, look at Legand Cow, by the way. Legand Cow being an absolute darling, Legand. Thank you so much, Legand said. Guys, just for $3.99 a month, you can become an Esteemed companion and help support Stephen during lockdown and get yourself access to some smart new emojis. You can indeed. Thank you so much, Legand. Big love to Legand, one of my founding members and an absolute hero. Guys, I'm probably going to leave it there now. I'm a bit tired and I'm a bit hungry, if I'm being honest. But let me know what you make of all these rumours. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow around tea time once again, 6 o'clock, something like that. I've enjoyed this loads. You're all class. And I will probably be on Twitch tomorrow. Maybe playing a bit of FIFA or a bit of Football Manager. Twitch.tv/Esteemed Kompany. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.